Hello everyone and welcome to Destination Penguins. We are Jarek and Agnieszka traveling to the bottom of South America in our van Mundo. In 2023, we left our American lives behind and embarked on the journey south. Life is short, world is beautiful, and we want to make memories for a lifetime. So join us on this journey as we publish the highlights on YouTube. We left Perito Moreno a few days ago and then crossed the border from Argentina to Chile and arrived in Puerto Natales, and which is like a jumping off place for Torres del Paine, and lots of overlanders are in this town. And Torres is like the most popular national park in Chile, and lots of like multi-day hiking trips are organized from this place. There are two in particular, the Circuit W and Circuit O, and but
not for us.
Not for us. We're not doing it. And but we're going to Torres right now, and we have enough food for 5 days. So we hope to pretty much park wild, but we'll see what happens. And Puerto Natales is on the ocean. It's incredible. There are people from all over the world in here. It seems like half the population of Puerto Natales are visitors. And the weather is fantastic. It's really warm, but it's, as usual, a little windy. So I think the first night we're going to stay on the river, and then we're going to possibly stay 2 nights on Gray Lake and another 2 nights on Lake Peco or Pecho. Small hotels and fancy tents to stay here on this river with the beautiful view of the mountains. Oh my God. I don't know how we're going to drive up. Driving off-road in Patagonia. But we see lots of cars in the ahead of us. But I don't know. Alright, we found a place. It's a little uneven. 'Cause know how Yarek is going to make it here. Okay, so this is our front yard, and this is where we are, a little sheltered from wind. So we're here on Sunday, and there are lots of people having Sunday on the lake. But it is such a pretty place. Oh, there's going to be some fishing, and the kids are swimming because it is summer. There's a light color over here and a dark color here. Motorcycles just arrived. Look at this spot. They have a nice, lovely spot. A little open, so the wind is probably relentless here. Officially in the park, Torres del Paine. We bought tickets and going to the Gray Lake. Alright, this is the sendero we're going to take. The water is a glacier water because it has that color. It's kind of milky, but it's going so fast. Also, it's very pretty. What a great view. Look at this. And we're going to go on this sand bar of some sort, I guess. Is that where we're going?
I guess.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't tell you where we are.
No, it's just a
But I
map.
guess you go in there,
Yeah.
not there.
However, no, because it's blocked in here, so.
No, not there.
Oh yes. Okay, let's do this. No swimming. The most unusual walk. Like, you take this, I guess it's a beach. It looked much smaller in the distance. This is like, I guess, 2 lakes and a tiny little strip of beach in between. But what a place. clear. Yes. Yes, look at this beautiful slate. Oh my gosh. This one is gorgeous. Whoa. So this morning we left the Gray Lake and going to a new location within the park. And there are a couple of hikes that looked really, really promising. They look really beautiful, and it's just this spectacular view here. Our second day in Torres del Paine after rough night of like a storm coming through. We're going to go to a mirador on one of the lakes here. It's a little bit raining, but in general it's much nicer than I actually expected. So look at this view. So we're going to the mirador. Alright, so we're going along the lake and we're going to try to go to another couple of hikes.
We will stop here for the night.
Oh, I see. It's a nice place. If it's not too windy, maybe we should do that. Say. So we're continuing our visit to Torres del Paine, and we're going to do Salto Grande, I think. It's a waterfall with the stop at the Mirador. But in general, look how beautiful it is. It is amazing that the Torres del Paine have two-toned rocks. So the top is really dark and the bottom is much lighter in color. We were not able to see that yesterday because it was in the fog. I mean, it was in the clouds. But today, it was just so glorious. Alright, this is pretty easy. It says only 610 meters. 8-minute walk. So we'll see. Wow, the water is so crazy color. And then It goes into the canyon. Right here. And then is this possible? It's 100 square meters per second. It flows very fast. Wow, what a place. Would have been a nice place to swim. Getting so much closer. So our visit to Chile is coming to an end. I think Yarek said that we might be crossing the Argentinian-Chilean border a couple more times, so maybe 3 times, but just for a very short time on either side. And I must say, it's kind of a cliche thing to say now, but Chile is far away my favorite country on this trip. It's been great. So easy to travel, so easy with the food, so beautiful. Like every place we visited was just stunning. Even though maybe the northern Chile wasn't super friendly, I think the further you down south, people are just really fantastic. It is so nice to travel around here. More importantly, the variety of landscapes from northern parts of Chile, where we experienced the driest place on earth in the desert of Atacama, to the Pacific Ocean, to the islands, the fantastic fish, to Andes Mountains, and now down here. It's just been great. Also in Chile, it's very easy to travel, not only for people like us overlanders, but for everybody, because the access to all sorts of not very expensive cabañas or campsites is great. But for us, it was plenty of wild camping spaces. It was plenty of really good campsites. The water was accessible everywhere we could get. The food, good quality food, is abundant in this country. The grocery stores are fantastic. The restaurants are great. They have so much good quality fish that it's not very expensive, like salmon and haki, or I don't know how it's called, but it's whitefish. I guess maybe it's farmed in the fjords, and it's not very expensive here. It's cheaper than Argentina for sure. Easy to get money out of the banks or cash points. The weather has been great, with some exceptions, but it's really great place to travel. And for people like on bicycles, on Carretera Austral. Boy, if I were like in my 20s and the 30s, I would totally do it. It's just really great. So yeah, it's probably, in my opinion, it is the best country on this trip, even though it's hard to compare them and hard to judge to some extent, because we surely enjoyed all of them. Only one baby?
Yeah, that's fine. It looks like it.
That is crazy. Oh, so fluffy and soft. Wow. We came in the right time, man. There were so many people halfway on the way back, and there's all these crazy cars and a bus. So the last stop before we go to Argentina is going to be a place where we can see king penguins, and it's still in Chile. And in order to get there, we have to.
We're back in Texas.
No, it is, because it's very flat. And the roads are fantastic, but we are getting towards the ferry. I think it's going to be our last ferry in Chile. So in order to get to the penguins, we had to reserve a spot, and they only give you 1 hour to look at the penguins. For $20 a person, kind of thing. And the tickets go fast, so we booked it a couple days ago, so it took us like 4 days notice to get the booking. So we have to spend a couple days on the other side because we have to wait until the reservation comes due. The ferry is kind of interesting because it doesn't go when it's too windy, so it's a little windy, so we'll see how long we have to wait to get on the ferry. But then once we get on the ferry, it's kind of short. I think it's 30 minutes. But boy, what a flat land at the end of South America.
The right place. Oh, I can see the ferry.
Okay. There was some Polish profanity.
What Polish?
Profanity.
Profani. Ferry.
No, you were talking Polish profanity. Anyway, there's lots and lots of trucks, few cars, and a ferry ahead of us. Okay, we made it on the first ferry. Well, okay, we officially on Tierra del Fuego. We had a little change of plans. We were in Chile and had the reservations to see the king penguins for today, and we canceled that reservation because I looked at the windy app and it was 45-mile wind gusts, so it's not much fun. And instead we going to Ushuaia, which is the town at the end of the road in South America. It's the most southern point you can drive to, and we have to go back the same route, so we're going to stop and see penguins on the way back. And we stopped last night wild camping on this lake. It was like we were the only ones. We're alone, and it's a nice place, and now we only have an hour to drive to Ushuaia. We had to do the border crossing, and He was another one, super, super easy. And we here, this is the main parking space that people stop. But we didn't stop here. We stopped across the street on this little meadow. That's where we are. It's like a little clearing and then a little meadow. And there was a small fox that was hanging around with us last night. I wonder if he's going to show up again. Obviously people feed him because he was not afraid. In this episode, we left Puerto Natales and went to Torres del Paine National Park. We explored the park. We loved it there. And then from there, we drove towards the penguins in Chile. However, we changed our mind and speeded up to go to Argentina towards Ushuaia.